Think for a moment that bioinformatics is exclusively for people who master hardcore coding languages like Python or R. But I am here to tell you that this perception is absolutely not true for everyone involved in the field. Especially if you are a dedicated biology student who hasn't yet dived deep into programming, you still have fantastic, viable pathways to build a rewarding career within the exciting world of bioinformatics. In this entire video presentation, I am going to clearly detail 7 specific bioinformatics job roles that require absolutely zero coding experience, along with their typical salary expectations, the crucial skills you'll need, and the best practical steps on how you can successfully apply for them. So, without any further delay or hesitation, let's dive right into exploring these excellent opportunities and begin this journey together. Now, as a clinical genomics report writer, your primary daily responsibility involves meticulously reading complex, next-generation sequencing results, and then translating all that dense technical data into clear, easy-to-understand medical reports for both physicians and patients. The essential required skill set here leans heavily on a solid foundation in basic genetics principles, a firm grasp of understanding different genetic variants, and possessing very strong English writing and documentation abilities, often utilizing specialized public databases like ClinVar or OMIM for reference. Regarding compensation, you can generally expect a promising salary range, especially globally, often starting around $60,000 and potentially climbing up to $120,000 annually, making this a very financially rewarding non-coding path. The major advantage of this specific role is that it demands absolutely zero programming proficiency, relying entirely on your core biology knowledge, critical analysis, and high-quality documentation skills to make a real patient impact. The variant interpretation specialist, sometimes called a VUS analyst, spends their time diligently classifying newly identified genetic variants based strictly on the globally recognized and authoritative ACMG guidelines for pathogenicity. Success in this interpretation work critically depends upon a strong background in Mendelian genetics, proficient use of large-scale public genomic databases like Nomad, and exceptional skill in performing detailed scientific literature searches to support your conclusions. Rest assured, this role's core function is purely interpretative, meaning your success hinges on your biological reasoning and ability to analyze evidence, not on your ability to write complex lines of code. An NGS laboratory associate is heavily involved in the crucial wet lab processes, meaning you will be performing essential preparatory steps, such as careful library preparation and rigorous sample quality control checks before the actual sequencing run. Your day-to-day tasks also incorporate managing the entire sequencing workflow and conducting a basic initial review of the raw data that comes directly off the machine, often requiring precise manual laboratory skills. The main technical skills needed are hands-on experience with techniques like PCR, accurate pipetting, nucleic acid quantification, and a fundamental understanding of the complete NGS process flow, all accomplished without needing a single line of code. The Bioinformatics Project Coordinator acts as the essential central hub, skillfully bridging the communication gap between the laboratory teams, the computational or AI developers, and the external clients receiving the final results. This role is primarily focused on the meticulous management of project timelines, ensuring all required documentation is perfectly organized, and facilitating the clear professional communication of scientific findings to all stakeholders involved. Since this position is centered on high-level coordination, management oversight, and leveraging your existing biology background, you will find that no actual coding ability is required for you to excel here. If you possess a knack for writing, the scientific content writer role focused on bioinformatics allows you to use your genomics knowledge to create engaging materials, such as in-depth, next-generation, sequencing blog posts, or detailed training tutorials. Your output might also involve summarizing complex, dense genomics research papers into accessible formats or preparing high-quality course notes for educational platforms, demanding excellent written communication above all else. The key prerequisite here is simply having very strong English language skills, complemented by a foundational working understanding of modern genomics concepts, which is something you likely already possess from your biology studies. Data annotation specialists contribute directly to the advancement of artificial intelligence in biology by manually labeling vast quantities of raw data, which includes tagging specific DNA sequences and precisely classifying genetic variants. This critical process of labeling and categorization is vital for building and rigorously training the next generation of robust computational models and machine learning algorithms used in the medical field. You will be happy to know that this work is almost entirely manual, requiring strong biological logic for accurate tagging, meaning that programming skills are completely unnecessary for this important supportive function. The Quality Control Associate's main objective is to serve as the final checkpoint, rigorously checking that the automated bioinformatics pipeline has produced outputs that are accurate, reliable, and completely free from any major processing errors. This validation process involves examining key quality metrics like read coverage depth and overall quality scores, often achieved by running established analysis tools through their graphical user interface rather than the command line. To be effective, you need a solid understanding of what these standard quality control metrics signify and familiarity with basic file formats, like FASTQ, with the bulk of the job focusing on detailed file checking, scoring, and thorough documentation trails. To ensure you are immediately job ready for these fantastic roles, remember that while coding is not mandatory, mastering a specific set of foundational, non-programming basics is absolutely essential for standing out in the applicant pool. You must clearly understand the fundamental meaning and purpose behind core file types, such as FASTQ, BAM, and the critical VCF file that holds variant information, allowing you to communicate effectively with the technical teams. Furthermore, developing a solid grasp of the different genetic variant types, the standard NGS workflow stages, and the foundational principles outlined in the ACMG guidelines will set a strong technical base. Finally, integrating proficiency in navigating essential public databases like NCBI, effectively utilizing basic Excel for documentation, and honing your general professional writing skills completes the non-coding toolkit perfectly. There are numerous established and emerging companies, both within India and globally, that are actively and consistently hiring talented individuals with strong biology backgrounds into these non-coding bioinformatics positions right now. You should specifically focus your search on well-known industry leaders such as Agilent, Qiagen, Thermo Fisher, and major sequencing powerhouses like Illumina and 23andMe, who often have high non-technical needs. When browsing job boards, be sure to use search terms like genomics analyst, variant interpreter, or clinical genomics intern to quickly filter for the most relevant openings that match your skill set perfectly. To structure your journey toward a great first job, follow this practical, 6-step roadmap designed specifically to transition you smoothly from a pure biology student into a valuable bioinformatics team member without needing to code first. Step 1 is to achieve a solid conceptual overview of the entire NGS pipeline, focusing on what FASTQ files represent, the purpose of quality control checks, the general mapping process, and an overview of variant calling. For Step 2, immerse yourself in learning the key clinical and population databases, spending dedicated time understanding the nuances of ClinVar, OMIM, VARSUM, and the massive Nomad dataset for variant context. Step 3 involves proactively building a small, tangible portfolio to showcase your abilities, which should include a sample variant interpretation exercise, a mock clinical report, a quick literature review, and a simple FASTQ QC summary. Crucially, for Step 4, you must meticulously overhaul your professional resume to heavily emphasize your strong biology knowledge, analytical thinking, and proven writing capabilities over any non-existent programming experience. Step 5 is the action phase. Aggressively apply to targeted NGS labs, dedicated genomics firms, and specialized remote data processing platforms that align with the roles we discussed today. Finally, remember that Step 6 is about long-term growth. While coding remains optional initially, consider slowly upgrading your skills later for increased future versatility and career advancement opportunities. So, to reiterate this crucial point one last time, you absolutely can forge a successful and meaningful career in the fascinating domain of bioinformatics, even if the thought of writing complex code feels completely overwhelming to you right now. These 7 specific roles that we have thoroughly examined today are perfectly tailored entry points for ambitious biology students who are eager to step into the computational biology space without the immediate pressure of mastering Python or R languages. If you are highly interested in seeing practical demonstrations of how to execute this, I want to know if you would like a comprehensive follow-up video dedicated entirely to portfolio projects for non-coder bioinformatics students. If that is something you genuinely need to see to move forward, please take a moment right now to comment the word yes directly below this video to let the team know your interest level. To finish supporting our mission and to ensure you catch all future career-focused content like this one, please remember to generously like this video, share it with your network, and most importantly, subscribe to the Labmonk official channel today.